Ciao everyone, Ariel here today with a public service announcement. In last week's episode, we made chocolate chip pumpkin waffles, and several of you mentioned not having a waffle iron and needing to go get one. And I am a big proponent of using what you have and what's on hand. So I thought I would tell you that if you don't have a waffle iron, use the batter to make pancakes and you'll have chocolate chip pumpkin pancakes. Second thing I wanted you to know is that many of you asked me about the pumpkin puree spice that I used here in the video, and it's really just this canned pumpkin puree spice that I had in the pantry. It's spiced with cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, no sugar added, so it's pretty good if you don't have the real stuff. But for a real foods kick, I'd roast a whole pumpkin, puree it down with those same spices, and then you've got a nice, healthy whole foods addition to your waffles. I want to show you all my baby bump. I popped in the last 4 days. I'm 1 week shy of a full 5 months pregnant, and I've been able to hide. No one has been able to tell. However, this week in the last 4 days, my appetite skyrocketed up and I have a little bump. I think the working title for this child's name now should be Big E Smalls. I can't, won't, will not, and don't want to understand why Fergie ever wrote the song My Humps, especially My Lovely Lady Lumps. I'm not sure if Fergie knows what the word lump means, but lovely and lady do not belong in the same sentence with it. Lump is something that you beat out of your pancake batter. Hi. If she had written My Lovely Lady Bump, I think for all the pregnant women in the world, it would have done a lot more good. Without further ado, I show to you My Lovely Lady Bump. Album still working. Many of you gave me great suggestions. Thank you so much. Ones that are definitely going to get used. Can I kick it? Can't believe I didn't think of that. Yes, I can, must, will, and should is going on there. And then one that's a little sensitive. If you have kids watching, you might want to move them away. Bitches finna be changing my britches. Hilarious. This bitch changing britches. Not yet, but gonna. I want to remind you that zucchini right now is going crazy at the market. It's everywhere. Last year I made a phenomenal curry ginger zucchini bread, and I want to show you guys basically the one-on-one. You have the same things that I told you last week. Dry goes into wet, add other spices, ingredients. Here's fresh ginger and zucchini going in. I added a little curry, a little cinnamon, and bake them off. You can make them into little mini muffins, great for breakfast on the go. You could keep that as a quick bread and make a little mini loaf and have that also on the go or as a snack. Really excellent way of using zucchini. So I just wanted to remind you that that's there. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's always good to look back, especially if you like what you see. I think that was one of my funnier videos. Next week, we're doing another storytelling episode. And for those of you that have not yet signed up for the newsletter, it's really good thing to do if you want behind the scenes, more one-on-one conversation with me. For last week's chocolate chip pumpkin waffle recipe, I posted a story to all of my email subscribers that explained why and where my mother was. So in the video, I talk about my dad being a single parent, but you don't really know like what happened to my mom. And in the email I sent out, I really got much more personal and vulnerable and deep. So if you're interested in learning more of the behind the scenes stuff like that, inspiring stories and sad stories that are inspiring because they're sad, but it's triumphant in the end, sign up for the newsletter. That way you get kept in the loop moving forward, and you won't miss things like that story, which was extremely close to my heart and explained a lot of the why of what I do. Well, why I'm going now is because it's time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with another storytelling episode. Ciao.